Football doesn't remain just a game. Sometimes it means a city, sometimes an identity, sometimes your childhood. You support a player for years. You buy his jersey. You celebrate wildly when he scores. Then one day you wake up and that same player is wearing your biggest rival's shirt. That's the moment you just stand there in shock. Today, we're talking about the 15 biggest betrayals in football history. Let's start with maybe the biggest of them all. Luis Figo, Barcelona scoutboy in 2000, when Florentino Perez said during his presidential campaign, "I will bring Figo to Real Madrid," nobody really took it seriously. But the transfer happened when Figo returned to Camp Nou wearing a Real Madrid shirt. The crowd threw lighters, bottles, and even a pig's head onto the pitch. In one night, a player went from legend to traitor. Sol Campbell was Tottenham's captain. His contract expired, and everyone expected him to stay. Instead, he signed for Arsenal on a free transfer to their biggest rival. In Noord is Triven. Robin van Persie had been supported by Arsenal for years through injuries, but he left for Manchester United and won the league in his very first season there. For Arsenal fans, it felt like a story that was never meant to end that way. Carlos Tevez moved from Manchester United to Manchester City. Same city, different side. City's famous "Welcome to Manchester" banner made it clear this wasn't just a sporting move. Gonzalo Higuain was a hero in Naples, but Juventus paid his release clause, and that was it. Shirts were burned in Naples because it wasn't just about money, it was about joining the rival. Mario Götze's move to Bayern Munich was announced right before a Champions League semi-final. For Dortmund fans, even the timing felt like betrayal. Fernando Torres was a symbol at Liverpool, but when he joined Chelsea, the love at Anfield turned into disappointment. Ashley Cole came through Arsenal's academy, but when he signed for Chelsea, fans gave him a new nickname, Cashley Cole. Neymar's 222 euros vilja betrayal. But it marked the early end of the Messi era at Barca. Fans were left thinking it could have lasted longer. Mauro Icardi was stripped of the captaincy at Inter. The connection with the fans broke down, off-field drama grew, and a former idol suddenly became unwanted. Sometimes, betrayal isn't just about a transfer, it's about losing the bond with the club. Cesc Fabregas was Arsenal's captain. His return to Barcelona was understandable for many, but signing for Chelsea afterward hurt Arsenal fans even more. Michael Owen was a Liverpool legend, but when he wore a Manchester United shirt, everything changed for some supporters. Ronaldo Nazário leaving Barcelona Madrid, and Cam never truly forgave him. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was a king at Inter before moving to Barcelona. It didn't work out, but that departure still mattered deeply to Inter fans. There is a Mo Johnston. When he transferred from Celtic to Rangers, it wasn't just football. It touched a cultural and religious fault line. In Scotland, it's still talked about today. Loyalty in football is romantic, but football itself isn't always romantic. Careers are short, the money is big, and the pressure is even bigger. Sometimes one signature can win you trophies, but cost you an entire city forever. That's why some transfers aren't just transfers. They go down in history as betrayals. So, which one do you think was the biggest? I'm genuinely curious.